Before I begin, if you love stories that hit hard and reveal the dark truths behind seemingly normal lives, hit that subscribe button and share your thoughts in the comments. I really want to hear your reactions. This story isn't just about betrayal. It's about trust, love, and the cracks we fail to notice until it's too late. It started with a joke, or at least that's what she told me. I swear, your business is like a lemonade stand, she laughed, scrolling through my latest sales report. Her smirk was sharp, teasing, but that morning it cut deeper than I expected. I forced a chuckle, letting her amusement roll off me. After all, we joked about each other all the time, right? That's what marriage was supposed to be. But that joke didn't sit right with me. Something in the way she said it, light, almost playful, carried a weight I couldn't place. Over the next few weeks, little things started gnawing at me. Missed calls from suppliers she claimed she hadn't answered, canceled client meetings that seemed out of my control, and invoices that went missing. I blamed myself at first. Maybe I was losing focus. Maybe I was imagining patterns that weren't there. Then came the first text that truly unsettled me. It was from a vendor. "Hey, just checking. Did your wife handle the last payment?" It bounced. I stared at my phone, stomach twisting. My wife. She wasn't supposed to be involved with the business finances at all. I confronted her gently at first. "You handled the bank transfer?" I asked, trying to sound casual. "Oh, that? Don't worry about it. I just took care of it for you," she said with that same effortless smile. I wanted to believe her, and I did for a moment. But suspicion is a slow burn. It creeps in. I noticed her helpful presence during calls, hovering over contracts, subtly suggesting changes, nudging me to trust her decisions. At the time, I thought it was love. Now, I realize it was calculated. The breaking point came on a rainy Thursday evening. I was in the office, exhausted, reviewing our quarterly numbers. That's when I found it, a string of emails between her and one of our main suppliers. At first, I didn't understand. They were mundane, polite, even professional on the surface. But the subject lines, adjusting the shipment, late invoice, client complaints, and her tone inside the emails, it all screamed sabotage. She had been undermining my business for years. I felt my chest tighten, my mind screaming in disbelief. My wife, the person I trusted more than anyone, had been slowly dismantling everything I built, while mocking it as a joke every single time I brought it up. When I confronted her that night, I was shaking. "Why?" I demanded, my voice barely a whisper, choked by hurt. "Why would you do this? Why ruin everything we built together?" Her eyes flickered, and for a brief second, I saw the guilt she tried to hide. I didn't think it mattered," she said softly, almost pleading. "It wasn't about you, not really. I wanted control. I wanted to feel important, even if it meant hurting you." Hearing her justification hurt more than the betrayal itself. The woman I loved, the woman I believed had my back through every struggle, had been my quiet enemy. And worse, I kept thinking of every memory we shared. The celebrations, the late-night talks about dreams, the pride in small victories. All of it now felt tainted. The days that followed were heavy. I found myself questioning everything. Every shared laugh, every supportive gesture, every late night she claimed was just work. Even the way she held my hand now seemed like manipulation. But amidst the heartbreak, I also felt clarity. The love I had for her couldn't outweigh the betrayal. Trust, once broken, couldn't be pieced back together so easily. I decided to step back, to regain control. Not just of my business, but of my life. She had choices, and so did I. I filed the necessary legal steps, separated our finances, and watched as the person I once called my partner became a stranger in our shared home. There was no dramatic confrontation, no yelling match, just quiet acknowledgement of a truth too heavy to ignore. In time, I rebuilt. Slowly, painfully, but with a steadiness I hadn't felt in years. My business survived, stronger than before. And I learned something invaluable. Love without trust is fragile, and sometimes the hardest part of healing is accepting that people can love and betray at the same time. As for her, I let go, not out of forgiveness, but because some doors, once closed, should never be reopened. If there's one thing I want you to take from my story, It's this: never ignore the small signs, never dismiss your instincts, and always protect what you've built. Not just your business, but your heart.